So today is Monday, November 19th. We are back with another action. My trades so far today, I won on my small account challenge. I took in a profit of $373. So I'm currently up just underneath the $1,000 on my small account challenge since I started on November 5th. Again, November 5th was my first trade. I am 2 weeks in, just underneath $1,000. So I was slowly grinding. I haven't had that big trade yet, but today was actually very close to being a big time trade. Unfortunately, I couldn't get out of my play the way I wanted to, and it did limit my profit. But let's go over that play and let's talk about that play first. The other trade I got into was YECO. I won once, I lost once. So I'm 2 for 3 on the day, which I'm happy about. I'm up on my small account, and my second trade on YECO was a loss, and that actually took away my gains from my big account today. So let's dive into both of these and let's see what we have. First thing, small account, FBIO. This was the play we got involved with today. FBIO, this is a stock that took on off. It went on a very nice rip. It got halted. Unfortunately, it could not hold on up. Now, let's talk about the reasons on why we traded FBIO. Why did we look for this spike? Why did we look for this play? What were we, even thinking getting in on this stock? First things first, FBIO had a little bit of a gap up. So we saw FBIO had a gap up to 159, 150, and then it was slowly declining. But since it had a gap up, it put it on my radar, right? I was aware of that play. I was aware of that stock since it had a gap up. And what did I notice? FBIO had a wonderful chart pattern. This is a great chart pattern setup. It's where the 13 EMA is underneath the stock. It's where the 50-day moving average comes across the top, and the stock just squeezes tighter and tighter and tighter. And that's what we look for, right? We're always looking for triangles, right? We're always looking for triangles where a stock is going to get squeezed tighter and tighter and tighter. So if we're looking at this right here, the 50-day moving average and the 13 EMA, we see that this is a triangle. Stock is getting squeezed like this triangle right here, right? Or we could look at like this triangle right here, or this triangle, or this triangle, or this triangle. All we're looking for is that squeeze. So that, really put it on the radar for me that, hey, you know what? We're getting a nice squeeze pattern right here between the 13 EMA and the 50-day moving average. We also have FBIO with news. Now, FBIO doesn't have the strongest news in the world, but news is news, which could definitely help out the play. Let's talk about FBIO announces agreement to sell the majority of its stake in National Holdings Corporation to an LLC wholly owned by subsidiary RB Riley Financial. So we do have a press release, but more importantly is I like that chart pattern. I like the squeezing chart pattern setup. Now, FBIO also has about 30 million in float, which is a little bit larger than what we like. But it is a lower price stock, and we know stocks that are a little bit more on the lower price area, you're allowed to have a bigger float because more people are going to be able to play that, and more people are going to buy more shares since it's lower priced. So FBIO, I'm watching this one. I'm sitting at the start of the day, and I say, FBIO, this is a play we want to look at. As news, has a great squeeze pattern, and if we start getting any sort of hype, let's look for a possible entry. So what happened? FBIO actually started the day, went up to 147 right away. 147, boom. We establish our resistance line, right? Let's turn off pre-market. We don't need pre-market anymore. So right when we look at 147, we establish our top resistance, right? We establish this top resistance. Now the stock falls back on down. It's at 130. Now we know what? Now we're looking for basically a U-shaped pattern. The stock has gone up, starts coming back on down. We're looking for a U-shaped pattern for the breakout, which is happening right there. If you guys don't know, again, the U-shaped pattern is a great pattern we've been using over and over and over again, which has just been leading to so many rips, so many spikes. And I do want to bring up, let me see, like, all these patterns right here. What do we have? These U-shapes. We find resistance, U-shape up back to resistance, we get our breakout. Right? We establish resistance after the spike. We U-shape, breakout of resistance. What do we have? We have our initial spike. We U-shape out of the spike. And then we get our nice, breakout. We establish resistance. We U-shape. We get our nice breakout. So what do we have right here? FBIO, establish resistance, starts U-shaping. And guess what happens? Right when it comes on up, you get our nice breakout. We just did lessons on this over at tradecaster.com. So again, make sure if you guys are confused on this even more, that's what we've been doing on our bootcamp lessons. You guys go to Tradecaster. Again, watch our bootcamp lessons. I believe it's 15 and 16. Where we go over and talk about U-shapes. I'm going to actually rename these on each one of them, but make sure you guys go over and watch each one of these I just put those up last night, so that's why they're all fresh and new, so you guys can watch them. So FBIO broke out for a couple different reasons. A, the squeeze pattern. B, the U-shaped breakout pattern. C, again, the lower float. D, it did have news, but unfortunately, FBIO could not hold its gains. What else have we been seeing? The 9:45, 10 o'clock breakout, right? We have been seeing this the last 7 days in a row, basically, that every single day we're seeing a spike right around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, right? It all started with RSLS. This one spiked at around 9:45, or excuse me, 9:50 at what time? When? On Monday. This one went on an awesome rip. It went all the way from $2.50 all the way up to $7. No news, no reason, no anything other than just a low float. ANY, this one spiked on Tuesday from 170 all the way up to 425, right at 945, 950. Then we had EYEG. And this one, EYEG went on a great rip, 46 cents all the way up to 65 cents, right around 945, then 950. Then we had NSYS. And that one on Friday had a very quick rip. That one didn't hold up very well. And that one came back on down over on NSYS on Friday. And then this morning, we saw FBIO, which unfortunately couldn't hold its gains either. So that's why I'm getting a little worried at around 945, 950, because I've been saying, how long is it going to work for? And I said, it's going to work until basically it doesn't work anymore, which means we can keep doing it until basically we're not going to be able to see profit. And we're still getting the spike, but every time the hold comes down, we're not able to get the breakout. So every time the stock gets halted, we've been seeing the stocks dump on down. And we saw that with FBIO, and we also saw that with YECO. So on FBIO today, if you guys are like, okay, well, where were your entries and exits? FBIO today, let me get this for you. What did I get in on this play? Again, FBIO, I bought in at 150, 151, 149. So I waited again. 147 broke. I market ordered in. So right when I market ordered in on this play, that's when I was able to be in on this play for the spike. Why? Because of the U-shaped breakout pattern and the squeeze. And what I wanted this thing to do was, spike to $2 plus. Unfortunately, after the hold, it came on down, and that's when I just locked out my profit. Now, I didn't get out, as you guys see, to like 153, like 165, but bucks. And then I tried to market order out around 175, 170, and it didn't let me. Look, I got rejected, and finally I started getting out. But it was really annoying on the fact I couldn't get out of that play when it was falling, right? Now, what was my other play? And again, that led to a profit of $373 on the day. A little heads up. So again, you guys can see that. So small account challenge, today's gains, $373. I only have this much left as my settled cash, $335. So that's why I really can't, do too much today until Wednesday. And then I have some unsettled cash, which I could trade, but I get in trouble. E-Trade doesn't like that. So definitely want to be smart there. Now, YECO. This was the play I just hopped in. I just took a loss on YECO. So if I kept holding right now, it'd only be down 2 cents. I had a cost basis of 7.18 on the day over on YECO. So let's talk about YECO a little bit right here. So for this stock, let's dive into this. What do we have? First off, let me show my P&L. As always, I want to be as open, honest, transparent as possible. Let me do this really quickly. All right, so YECO today, total right now on my large account, I'm down $1,200. 12 big ones, guys. So I'm down $1,200 right now on YECO. Closed out all my positions. And let's go over each one of these trades on where I'm currently at on this play. All right. So first trade was what? YECO in at 704, out at 730, a total of 1,000 shares. That was when this stock was spiking right here, right? That's where this stock was spiking right here. It went in, got in right at $7, out of this play at 730, just riding momentum, Then I bought in at a cost basis of 718. I market ordered in 3,000 and then market ordered in another 3,000. I was in a cost basis of 718, and then I got out as the stock, came back on down towards around $7.0695, which led to my loss, right? That's what led to my loss right there. So with that being said, looking at this play, what's going on? Why did I get in on the first one? First off, I was just running with momentum. $7 broke. I was saying, hey, break of the next whole number, looking for hype, looking for momentum. Hey, I had 1,000 shares. It ripped up about 25 cents. I was able to make about $230. Not too bad. Now, this one, what was I looking for? I was looking initially for the $7 break. Why? Because I see another big U-shape happening. We just went over U-shapes, right? I'm looking for another big U-shape happen. I want to see this thing break 750 and explode. That's what I'm going after. I'm looking for basically right here, this U-shape. We established our top resistance, U-shape on down, hit 750, explode. So I see this right here at this area, and I'm saying, guys, we have some $7 tough resistance, break of $7, watch for a nice rip. What happened? Boom. It broke $7. I got in all the way at 718. I was late. I looked over. I said, whoa, why is this thing all the way up here? Bought in. Spiked up to 750. Guess what happened? Resistance held up. Resistance held up. Stock started falling back on down. I locked out. Right? Now, right now, YECO is sitting at 702. It still has potential, but and right now as well, what's going on? This play is still building higher lows. If you guys are in on this play right now, I just throw it on a trend line. I'll throw it on like this bad boy. Not the most insane higher lows, but higher lows are higher lows, right? It's still holding up $7. This stock is still looking for a move. This stock is still building higher lows at this time. This thing could possibly squeeze. This is a cup and handle pattern at the moment, right? So if you guys are saying, hey, what do you think about this play? This is a cup and handle pattern at this time where basically, let's see, we go to images. What do we have? We have a spike, a U shape, and a little handle right here. So if we want to look at one, it'd be like, something like this, right? We got our spike, our U shape, our little handle, and then we're looking for our breakout. You got like a little spike, U shape. Ooh, I like the illustration here, right? So you got your good chunky Campbell's noodle soup here, guys. On a nice cold day in November, and you got a nice big U shape. The stock's starting to fall, and then that's where you usually get your breakout coming on up with your chicken noodle soups. So that's what the pattern I believe that we're currently on, which is looking for its next leg on up. So we got our nice spike, got your cup, got a little handle, and if it can build back on up, that's what you'll probably see our breakout. But unfortunately, I got in at the right time for the $7 break. I was looking for the U-shaped breakout. It's more looking like a cup and handle breakout. I cut my losses. Why did I get out, Deck, if you think it's going to spike later on? Because, again, I don't want to take that chance. I got out. I moved on. I cut my losses. What I always say, guys, stock trading, it's like dating, right? There's a million fish in the sea. If one stock is ruining your life and ruining your bank account and taking all your money, what should you do? You should be like, hey, you know what? I don't want to date you anymore. I'm going to move on to someone who doesn't take all my money, right? So that's, important for you guys to do, not only in your stock trading, but in life. Deck, I signed up for stock trading, and I'm getting life lessons about relationships. This is awesome. All right, so right here, YECO definitely has a lot of good potential, but I had to cut my losses. I always cut down when I'm down around 15 cents or so. That's where I give it. I don't let it run dollars where I'm down 20 grand before I get out. Cut your losses quick. Let your gains run, right? So we'll keep that one on watch. Also, a play we want to keep on watch is going to be NIO. Let's keep NIO on watch. Make sure that stock, that stock could possibly have potential. This stock hit NIO at a top around 825 once, 825 twice. Looking for that 820, 825 break again. It could go on a nice rip. NIO also got upgraded, which doesn't really mean anything. It just it brings in more hype towards this play. So if we look at like NIO and we see this, a lot of times, what do we have here? This just came out. NIO is my stock of the week. Okay, cool. What do we have here? We had someone posted a link before. A lot of people were posting it that it got upgraded up towards around $12, the price target. But a lot of times, guys, price targets don't really mean anything in my eyes. Think about it. What's your target today? Your target could be $1,000 today, but it doesn't really mean anything, right? It doesn't mean like that. I mean, that's what you're going after, but there's no, 100% credibility that you're going to hit it. Right? And some people, I see this all the time in the penny stock world, people look at the 1 year target and they're like, oh, the 1 year target, that's awesome. The 1 year target's $20. This stock's at $2. Woo, I'm going to bank. Doesn't mean it's going to hit that $20 mark, right? It just means that that's their target, right? HMNY. HMNY, this stock's at a penny. This stock's at 1 penny. 1 year target, $3,000. Oh my Lanta, Deck. Woo! We are going to bank. This stock is going to $3,000 and it's only at a penny right now. Take a breath. Oh my gosh, I found the golden ticket. It's like, no, it's probably not going to happen, right? So, just because it has a target doesn't mean it's going to get there at all. So make sure you guys are, being smart with your trade. Now, I do like NIO's pattern. I do like the hype and volume that it has currently. It just needs to break through 825. Break of 825 is definitely where it could start, going on that rip. Definitely where it could start going on that, climb, and where we could see a lot more activity. YECO again needs to hold up $7. This is your little trend line right now. It is maybe getting a little crack of the trend line. What do we know? You start getting a little iffy. So let's see if it's going to crack the trend line. Then FBIO unfortunately wasn't able to hold up its gains this morning. So that play had some trouble and it wasn't able to hold its gains. So I'm 2 for 3 with my trades. The most important thing, again, my small account challenge. I'm up to $373 today. My total account right now is currently sitting at $4,467, up almost about $1,000 in the last 2 weeks on my trading. So, that's absolutely great. So I'm fired up about that. But awesome job for all the traders who banked today. A lot of people banked on FBIO. A lot of people banked on YECO. And a lot of people made some quick profits on NIO. Those are kind of our top 3 in chat today. So awesome work. As you guys know, Dekmar Trades is 100% free until December, and December is when we're going over to Tradecaster. I'll keep uploading bootcamp lessons every single day over to Tradecaster so you guys can catch up and watch all that great information, and you guys are all set. So awesome Money Monday, growing the small account, getting some nice trades in, 2 for 3 on myself, and awesome work. So awesome job. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Keep it up the great work.